Yo, what's going on? All my homies, homettes, do's and dudettes. It's your boy Will, and I'm back again, running through my weekly rotation. Everything I wore all week last week. So, without further ado, let's start off. We started off on Monday. On Monday, I started with this one here. I think I used this a little while ago, but this is CK Summertime. And this is the CK Summertime 2019. It's a good fragrance. It's really light. It's light fragrance. It has like watery notes. It has tea. It's a really light, carefree kind of fragrance, and it's really good for when it's really hot outside because it's not a dense fragrance that's going to be sitting on you, but it gives off a nice little aroma. With the tea is really good in there, so that's why I rocked on Monday. On Tuesday, I grabbed this one, and this is I finally got to get a wear out of this. I got this a little while ago, but this is Chopard's Musk Malaki, and when I don't know if I did an impression on it or if I did a review on it or what, but this is a very light musk, like a clean white musk kind of fragrance. And it's almost a fragrance it is a fragrance that you could really layer this with something. This almost feels like it could be like if you're layering, if you spray this on first and then spray another fragrance on top of it. That's what this kind of comes off with to me, but it's a real light, carefree kind of fragrance. It's really light and musky, and the musk is really clean and almost powdery too. So that's what I wore on Tuesday, Chopard's Musk Malaki. And then on Wednesday, this is probably my favorite blue fragrance, and this is Dylan Blue. And I'm sure most of you guys probably know what Dylan Blue is. It's a blue fragrance, and this is just class here. I know a lot of people lean more towards Bleu de Chanel or what's the other Versace? Oh, I do like Versace Pour Homme and or Versace Signature, whichever one you want to call it. I do like that one, but I think this is probably my favorite blue fragrance from Versace. Dylan Blue. That's what I rocked on Wednesday. On Thursday. Couldn't remember what came after Wednesday. This fragrance here. This is a cheapie, but a good one. This is Ijazi by Lattafa. And this one, some people say it smells similar to Jeremy Fragrances. I think it's Office. One of his fragrances is called Office. I think they say it smells similar to that. But to me, it's just a really light, fresh kind of vibe. It kind of gives me a little bit of Aventasy kind of vibe. I think it has pepper in it, but it's not on the top. It's more of on a lower note. I think that's what that is. But it has a fresh kind of vibe. It doesn't smell exactly like Aventus. It's not a clone of Aventus. I don't think it's a clone of anything. But it has a really fresh vibe to it. Fresh, not anything popular. Not anything popular. Not anything serious. It's just a fun kind of fragrance, but it is a fragrance that you could wear to the office. You could get away with this, but this is Lattafa's Ijazi by Lattafa, and that was on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On Friday, I did a ride along with this, and this is Maison Alhambra's Jean Lo Immortal. I'm not sure if that's coming through. This is Immortal, and this one. Sorry about that, folks. I had a little technical difficulties, but as I was saying, this is John Lowe by Mason Alhambra. That's coming through, and I did a ride along with this, and like I said in there, I went in a little bit more depth, and this was a good. The performance on this was pretty good for me. I was impressed by it, but this is very close to Lumicite by. What's going on with my sprayer? Shooting like a little rocket now. Oh man. But anyway, it smells similar to Lumicite by Louis Vuitton. Goodness gracious. So yeah, that's what I wore on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Check out my ride along, and I'll go a little bit more in depth in that. And then on Saturday, this is one of the older fragrances I got. This is Pace. The name of the fragrance is called Pace, and this is made by Jaguar. If you couldn't tell by the Jaguar on the front of it. And this one is a nice fragrance. This is a nice spring kind of fragrance. This has pepper on the top of it, and that pepper kind of fades away pretty quickly. As you know, most of the time when fragrances have pepper in the top note, it fades pretty quickly, like within the first 5 minutes, especially with the summer or the spring kind of vibe of a fragrance. And this one has more freshness in it than the pepper. The pepper is only there for a short while if you don't like pepper, so don't let that deter you. This one is yeah, it's really good. This is more of a fresh fragrance. So that's what I wore on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I reached for this one. This is one that I haven't worn in a long time either. This is Hunter, and this is by Armaf. This bottle is not the most attractive bottle, and then this top, you gotta have this top to line up exactly before you can put it on, because if you don't, you try to push it down, it doesn't do it. So see how it clicks into place. But anyway, it's still a good fragrance. It's pretty cheap, or at least it used to be cheap. I think it still is. Like, you could probably get it for about $25 or so. This is a good fragrance because it mixes it's kind of a hybrid of like Sauvage mixed with like Invictus, and maybe a little bit Invictus Aqua, and maybe even a little bit. Yeah, I'll just go with those three. It's kind of a mixture, but it's a really fresh, bright fragrance, and it's really easy to wear, and it's easy to get compliments with this fragrance. But that's what I wore on Sunday. Armaf's Hunter. And let's see if I can get it lined up. Oh, it's not lining up now. Oh, there you go. All right, so that's what I wore on Sunday, and that was my week. All right, thanks for hanging out with your boy. I know you could be anywhere else in the world. You're just hanging out with me. I appreciate your time. Come back next time. Check me out. Till then, deuces.